Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Minecraft Cursed Edition. Look, where's the text? Okay, that's kind of a joke. This is the beta 1.1. The first release, there was two, because the second one didn't bug fix anyways. So here we are. The whole font was removed from the game, which means the no text renders. That's a really important thing to kind of lose, I'd say. So here we are. We're waiting and we're loading and we're in the game. And I'm gonna really hope that those signs, if I don't touch them, will they have text? Because as long as all the text is still saved on there, I'm gonna wait around a little bit because we have all the lag spikes and there's no coordinates, there's no frame rate. It doesn't display the number at the top left, the version. E's not the inventory button. Okay, hold on, which one is it? Controls. This one. That one's E. Did I set that correctly? Howdy and welcome back. I did. Inventory button is now back to E, as it should be. Tee-hee. Alrighty. So, wasn't I just complaining how I couldn't see the numbers? I couldn't see the numbers on through the Android, and here I am playing beta 1.1 where I can't see the numbers again. Okay, how many diamonds do I have? Because I don't know if I should invest in another diamond pickaxe or not. Have fun. Oh, wait, here, better question. Did you have fun on your vacation? I have 33. Yes, I can. I have 33 diamonds. I don't know how many blocks. I have 17 iron. Alright, cool. So we'll make another iron pickaxe for now. And we're gonna do some adventuring. We're gonna do what I did previously on UMP, and we're gonna go find a new place. Where's my crafting table? Oh, that's right, it's in the ceiling. And the furnace is in the floor. Right. I remember that. It's been so long. It's been so long since I've been on here. You know, it's only been a year. Yeah, let's head up top real fast, and we'll take a look-see. It's still crazy to think that I generated this in-dev world 11 years ago. And man, the sun's already going down. I should be fine, right? Famous last words. Hopefully the armor holds out. I never did put a door here. Oh, is this quiet on my end? Alright, I turned it up now. Where are all these pigs? Oh, right, the spawner. Just kidding, I know where the pigs came from. I almost didn't jump thinking auto jump will lift me. And it was the lava. Just like what the blue crab showed off. Now I know. Now I know where this lava came from. It only took me 11 years for when I was watching Minecraft to learn where exactly that came from. You start realizing pretty quickly that you have relatives and friends and acquaintances younger than you that are married and have kids. There's someone I know, like 2, maybe 3 years younger than me. She already has a kid and is married. The more time passes, the more people you know will get married. And a slap? I've missed this feature. I've missed being able to punch a sheep and get in their wool. Oh yeah, did I ever fix the water? This was a problem, and it had to sit for a year because it turns out I kinda ooped. Let me head back over here, because there's a problem with the water. I missed one row, so it didn't fill in entirely. Oopsies. I know how to do 2-block jumps. I need to convert back to the beta mindset, and not the Pocket Edition mindset. I think it was this row. I think now it's fixed. I feel better. I have another portal? Think it's safe? Do I have 2 different nether portals to go through? Who's to say if I go through this portal, it's even going to pop me back out the other side? There was a problem in, I think it was 1.2.0. Looks like it's safe. There's a problem in Alpha 1.2.0. Nope, that is not safe. Okay, never mind. We're not doing another travel this year. Maybe another day. Maybe another year. But yeah, there's a problem in Alpha 1.2.0 where loading the world or popping out of a nether portal here at spawn would crash the game or hang the game because something with the void, and that was fixed by Alpha, I think 1.2.0. Look at all these sheep. When your former classmates is already divorced. When life happens faster to other people than it does to yourself. Excuse me, sheep. I should want the wool. Don't know how many I have, but I'll find out that I've reached 64 once this stack gets full. Alright, it's been a whole whopping 7 minutes of me doing nothing but looking at everything I probably look at every year. I've readjusted the mic setup. Hopefully everything's fixed now. Tell me if you keep hearing a problem. This is what happens when you use a microphone 8 years old. Hi, Sick. Welcome back. Jokes aside, it's not fun being sick. It's only fun being sick when you have school to miss. Why do I have water here? What was this supposed to be? Was this a sand castle? Maybe that was my infinite water source. Hold on. I don't know if I was supposed to leave that. Because I feel like... I was just saying, why didn't the sand add up? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I left that because I needed an infinite water source just to get this set up because there is no water near here. This is beta 1.1. Can't you see in the top left corner? That's half a joke because there's no text in the game. Uh-oh. I feel like I could fool people on the Golden Age Minecraft community and be like, look at this beta 1.7 screenshot. But like, it's just beta 1.1, but because there's no version label at the top left, it could be believable. Okay, maybe beta 1.6.6. Oh, alright, hold on, it have to be beta 1.6 because the cobblestone texture. And I tried shift clicking and forgot shift clicking wasn't added yet. Missing regular high school and missing college classes are not the same. Let's go across this very sketchy bridge that maybe one of these days I'll fix. I can't say one of these days because that's not applicable to this world anymore. I have to say one of these years. The good news is, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I didn't realize that this year, well, I must have realized last year, however I was planning it, but I skipped beta 1.0. I don't know, that was a decision I made last time, but I skipped beta 1.0. We're on 1.1 and year 11. Yesterday, when I got my notification to say, hey, we're on beta 1.1 this year, because I have to remind myself a year in advance, so I tell Discord, be like, hey, remind me in 1 year. Now, this is the version we're playing. So I realized beta 1.1 for the 11th year. And then yesterday I was thinking, maybe for the 12 year should be 1.2. 13 should be 1.3. This could work all the way up until the 1.0 for the 20th anniversary. I've got the next 4 years planned out. This is great. The top right version was deleted in beta 1.6.5. It was gone for 1.6.6, 7, 7.1, 7.2, and 7.3. It came back in beta 1.8 pre-release. I think they brought it back because of beta 1.8's pre-release to make it obvious that it wasn't the full version or whatever. So then it stuck around through beta 1.8.1, 1.9 pre-release, 1, 2, 3, and I think 4. I think 1.9 pre-4 is the last version to have the text permanently displayed at the top left. I think 1.9 pre-5 removed it for good. Because I don't think it was there on RC1 or 2. Either way, that should be at least close enough to when it was gone. So by the full release of 1.0, it was for sure gone and never came back. I feel like since 3KO's series started a few months ago, a lot of people have started in the earliest pre-classic. Hooray, pre-classic is finally getting some popularity. Because every once in a while, you'd find someone who did a series that far back. Otherwise, you'd find a lot of people starting in, like, InfDev. Or Alpha, even. Unless you're a modern tuber, in which case, there's a good chance you started in 1.0.0. I think I've seen a little bit of people using customized F3 menus. It's about time because they just kept adding more and more and more, and it's just it became clogged with all this stuff by late 1.21. And so, if you can toggle all the things you don't want and only show the things you do want, then hooray, it's not as abysmal to look at. I also kind of like this area. I think we're gonna wait for daytime, because I'm going back into the forest and I don't know what's gonna be waiting for me in there. I don't think Pre-Classic likes any integrated graphics. Hello. We're gonna go back this way. Hopefully we can make it to the new area before the next sunset. Truth be told, I don't even remember which direction I was supposed to go. I never checked back what I did last year, unless it's something important. Wait, I have a flint and steel on me. Hold on, does that mean I do have a second nether portal somewhere? If I somehow stumble upon an outpost and it has another nether portal, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. Because I looked in the nether, saw the ghasts, and I said no thank you. And I'm already halfway out of food. Yeah, there we go. I'll take that, thank you. Ah, I can see again. Surely you guys can see too. There was a time, way back when all these poofy poofy trees spawned in alpha, not alpha, infdev 4.15, and then the trees started decaying because leaf decay was implemented afterward. And so there ended up being thousands of saplings here, and I had to wait around in the area for all of them to despawn before to be playable again. Those were the days. Excuse me, Cloud, you're kind of in the way here. Don't mind me just passing on through. Man, look at this. Isn't this not, or is this not, like, such cool terrain? You can see all the poofy trees, which means this was 4.15 or so. Back to your hole. While I'm here, I'm gonna grab more bacon real fast. Did I only get one? Of course, food doesn't stack. It is only one. Well, that's unfortunate. And I think I might have drifted too far to the right, because I gotta go back over. I wonder why I built a portal in previous years. Kind of a shame I didn't think that in the future I might not remember which direction I'm supposed to go. I guess that's kind of my fault. I wonder if I'll end this year not at home. I don't particularly have any new plans, but with beta 1.2 there's got to be new tree types, which means it would be smart to go out and be close to the new chunks. That way I can start the stream next year and I'm already close to where I need to be. Decisions, 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 decisions. I also don't remember if I said, but this is related. And next year, sorry, not next year, the 20th anniversary, I don't think I'm gonna do a 20-hour long stream. However, I think it would be more reasonable to do 2 10-hour streams. That way, that adds up to 20. I don't know what I'll do, but I have 4 years to figure it out. So we'll see. I don't even know what's going to be happening 4 years from now. I was concerned back at the beginning of this year that I wouldn't be able to stream this anniversary at all, and I'd have to do a pre-recorded video. Which would have been alright, I would have figured something out. But I wanted to keep doing the streams. You know, as much as I like this chunk border, as much as I've seen this so many times on my travels, this is the year. This is the year we do something else. Except there's a tree in the way. Sorry, tree, it gotta go. Oopsies. Smack the water bottle. You just gained an hour. You must be a time traveler. Technically, we're all time travelers because we're traveling through time. That's one axis we're moving on permanently that we are incapable of doing. Of course, you know, if you want to take the whole galactic scale, the Earth is rotating. The Earth is orbiting the Sun. The Sun's going around the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way galaxy is moving. But we're not going to think about that. Alright, let me grab, hopefully, more bacon, if you guys are polite to me. Oh, wait a minute. I remembered where I set up my other portal. I set it up at Fort 11ox. Fort 11ox is where the other portal is, but I don't know if I set one up off in this direction. And leaves, why are you no decaying? There you go. I'm pretty sure that's back from before leaves decayed. And it just needed a block update or something. There's a lot of saplings. Oi. Howdy, Hunter. I guess we're kind of traveling through Minecraft time. This time we went back to beta 1.8. But no, we're talking about real life time zones. I don't know, because only certain people I know have experienced problems with 1.0 to 1.6, or 1.7, the early release era. Is that a chunk border? Because if so, I might just start making an outpost there. We're already 20 minutes into today, and I'm just barely getting to where I need to be, I think. Truth be told, I haven't looked at a 3D view of this map in I don't know how many years. So I don't know where the old chunks are and where the new chunks begin. But I don't think we're in Alpha 1.2 terrain yet. It'd be nice if there was a snow bomb on the other side of this, because in that way I know for sure. Then it's just a matter of trying to find some of the spruce trees. How long ago did you work on the amplified infdev mod? I feel like you talked about it, but I don't remember what the progress was and how long ago that was. Truth be told, I'm already starting to get tired of walking. I might just find a place to set up base camp and call it a day. And I can't check my coordinates, because I don't even know what quadrant I'm going to be in. Oh wait, hold on. Let's do some math. Sun rises in the north and sets in the south. So that way is south. This way is positive x. Sorry, positive z. That way is positive z. That way. This way is positive x. I was planning on drifting to the right, but me being me, I'd rather drift to the left. Except, hold on. I see snow, just kidding. Sorry, we have to go check out the snow. Oopsies. And that's my water. Alright, we're good. Losing test worlds is always rather unfortunate, but the mod is the important part. How'd you lose the test world? Early infdev, as in... I guess whenever. In InDev, water had some sort of flowing mechanic. Definitely new chunks. We'll set up camp right over there. I kind of like that cave. So, in InDev, water had its weird movement. Notch said, I don't like this when he rewrote InfDev, so it took him a little while for him to add a decent water flow mechanic. So, the water levels that I think look the best was the different layers. I think that was the first or second water render when it flowed. Like, you could see the water at the 8 different levels when it spread out. I thought that's cool. But he ended up not sticking to that, and it became triangular, similar to what we have today. And then he changed it one more time, I don't remember how. But he adjusted the look of it once more after that. So it really comes down to nearly every feature of Minecraft was removed in InfDev, except for the world generation, and probably rendering. Lighting was redone. So it just took Notch a little bit to get back to re-implementing it. That's the main reason why there was no water flow or liquid flow in early InfDev. It got deleted. You don't make backups? Sad times. Everything's currently 0 drop frames, so I take that as a positive. I do still kind of like this cave, but we need to gather some more resources other than cobblestone. Now, this is Alpha 1.2 terrain. Hopefully, we're not too far from new chunks. In fact, we haven't had enough time for that grass to spread. Alright, I think this is indeed a good area. Oh, in fact, I kind of like this lake here. This mini pond cut off from the rest of the ocean. Yeah, we'll gather probably just this last tree, and then we'll start setting up a base camp. Saying ugh after saying I have to get back to that polyworld sounds like you don't like the polyworld. But you just started. InDev chests are an absolute miserable experience. You just gotta get to InfDev. Once you're on InfDev, it's smooth sailing. Except for 1.13. And 1.8 depending on how many discontinued features you have. I hear you, Zomble. You outside? What version are you in? What version in the world with the N that you're building? I'm gonna be sticking around. Hello! There you are. I think we're safe. Hopefully. Secret Friday 1. That's a good version. That's one of the best and most stable InfDev versions. The only problem is you cannot get rid of minecarts. Minecarts being used for storage is kind of eh, but at least it works as intended. But once you place a minecart, you can't get rid of it. That is the biggest flaw with InfDev 6.18. As we all know, okay, maybe you don't know, but it has been said plenty enough how InfDev 6.24, the version right after it, is the worst Minecraft version. I need to record that before the end of the month. Just kidding. Before the end of next month, we're still in May. Unless you're about 13 time zones ahead of me. Before the end of June, I gotta get that video out. I guess I did the hard part already, writing the script. Yeah, the perma minecarts bring sadness. I wonder if Notch didn't know how to handle that either. And that's why it just sort of gets stuck there. Thankfully, when boats are implemented, he used the same concept. That way, at least boats, when they get first added, they can be removed. And dead end. Some people like the challenge. Surely you like the challenge of making a huge world instead of a normal world. I'm glad that after the minecarts got switched over to being rideable, that we did get storage carts as well. It's a real shame, though, that the very version that added the furnace minecart is the very version that added minecart boosting. Because Notch changed the physics, and that's where the minecart boosting bug gets added. So whatever he did to the collision math, it's kind of ironic that he instantly nullified the addition of the furnace minecart. Poor furnace minecarts. I would totally use furnace minecarts more often if we had a way to connect minecarts. Because that way, I'm gonna keep saying this for many years to come, but if we could connect minecarts, you just need to put the furnace minecart in front, and then connect your minecarts behind it. So while you sit behind the furnace minecart, let it pull you. Spider. Ow. Skelly bum. Let me grab my food. Oh, I'm not doing good on armor. Oh boy. The problem with the older minecarts not converting the chest minecarts is Notch redid the entity data in Alpha 1.0.14 when the chest minecart gets added. So any minecart previously, before that version, the regular minecart, if you had stuff that was added in InfDev 620, no, in InfDev 618, the items will still be in that minecart even after you update, up until Alpha 1.0.14. Because in 1.0.14, if you break a regular minecart that had stuff in it, the items just get deleted. Man, what a total chunk border. I miss beta 1.8. I don't have to deal with this. But yeah, if you have any items in a 618 minecart, make sure to get it out before updating to Alpha 1.0.14. Anything I'm missing? I think a lot of people, like, after learning about ways to convert classic and Endev worlds, I think there are a fair amount of people who wish they knew the knowledge before starting their own polyworlds or their own series. But oh well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why you thought they were added later. Sometimes you just have this feature in your head, and you feel like it was added in a specific version, but it wasn't. Oh wait, hold on. I know where I am. This is the steep drop I didn't want to go down. You thought what was that in release 1.5? Is that based on feeling, or like you actually thought up until right now? Just minecarts and furnace minecarts were Alpha 1.0.14. They've been around a long time. Beta 1.8 is a reasonable answer. I think you would have thought they were added in beta 1.8 because modern mine shafts generate with the minecart chest. But when mine shafts first generated, it was a chest that had the supplies inside. And now, as of 1.5, release 1.5, it's the minecart with chest. Personally, I like the change because it means free minecarts. I think it also kind of makes more sense. Is that the only structure to generate with entities? Oops. Other than regular mobs? Banners aren't entities, those are tile entities. Same thing with signs. Is there any structure that generates with a sign? Oh wait, hold on. The igloo, right? The basement. It has the sign with the arrows. The pillager outpost generates with banners. I think that's that. It's kind of funny when you look back at some of the old structures from early release and how simple they were, or how simple they are when compared to newer structures. Like, I'm pretty sure the Stronghold is much simpler than the Woodland Mansion when you consider the room layout and the room designs, and I think that doesn't go anywhere. There's some iron, but we're gonna leave it. I think, other than loot and chests, I think the only structure updates to have ever existed that I can remember was the desert pyramid. The desert pyramid used to use orange wool in the side areas, and then they changed it to use orange hardened clay after hardened clay was updated, or after hardened clay was added. I don't know if the trial chambers have signs. Truth be told, I don't know the layout of trial chambers. And that's some lava, but we're not at lava level. Can't even use the debug menu to know my level. So much for making an outpost. I've done like 25 minutes of walking to get here. It's been another 10 plus minutes of mining. Good news is I'll have plenty of coal. Y'all know how much I place torches down. I hear a zombie. But does the zombie hear me? Back in early Minecraft, they had limited sight. Zombies nowadays, they can see you from 50 blocks away. Shift clicking doesn't work. Me being used to beta 1.8's item movement. I believe in you. Go faster. If we see gold, that means we're at... Hello. If we see gold, that means we're at 35 or less. So we're close. Dungeon. I'm out of torches. Retreat. Sometimes you have to make a tactical retreat. We're gonna get this food ready, even though I don't want to use raw bacon. I might have to. Go, go, go. Do you know how wild it would be to find a golden apple in here? That'd be really funny. I don't think I ever did find a golden apple on this world. Okay, we're gonna eat that. Come on, come over here. Oh wait, he doesn't know how to. Let's fix that real fast. You must be slain. You're a liability. Come on. Goodbye. Oh no way, I was here earlier with the torches. I walked right past it. Alright, let's see, what do we got? Buckets. These buckets are kind of useful because I might need it for controlling the water. I'll also take the iron. And this chest is going to be nice because I'll need it for my outpost that we're going to set up, which means we'll probably be heading back to the surface soon. And this is not in a good area. I don't know what I'll do with all this mossy cobble, but at least I'll hold on to it for now. What did people even do with mossy cobble? The only thing I can think is they would collect a whole bunch of it and have a dedicated mossy cobble structure. I feel like I saw that more often than a cobblestone build that had mossy cobblestone sprinkled throughout it. I don't know if that's just me. There was a website, I can't remember the name of it, and it was like this digital museum of sorts, and it was a big collection of Minecraft screenshots where people can upload, and that was the only purpose of the website. It got taken down, but at some point after it was taken down, the latest backup, which featured like 99.9% of everything uploaded on there, was made publicly available, and so we could download all the screenshots that were on the website. I can't remember the name of it. I want to say it was minecraftmuseum.net, but don't quote me on that. There's like, I think we'll find diamonds down there. There used to be water, because this is all obsidian. There's some red dust. You know, I should probably start bailing out, truth be told. Alright, sorry red dust, I have to leave you. At least now I know we can make it to diamond level. We're going back to the regular 2 hours. I've decided, or I should say I've considered having these yearly streams be 3. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, I'll leave the iron. Because this pickaxe has less durability than I think, because this is before beta 1.2 and the durability increase. I'm looking forward to that next time. It'll be nice, because as long as I can hold on to this, I definitely need new armor. As long as I can hold on to this pickaxe, it's gonna get a nice boost next time. Or next year. I did know they're adding wool stairs, because I watched Minecraft Live when it was live. I really hope that they add concrete stairs, because concrete stairs would be nice. And they're actually kind of starting to listen to the community. Like, they made mention of the TNT gassed airdrop. I'm like, I guess they are listening to the community. So as long as people are loud enough about concrete stairs, along with wool stairs and slabs, then I think it'll make it in. Because this is upcoming for 26.3 or whatever. Just 26.2, the sulfur cubes, that's coming out in a couple weeks on the 16th. So the fall update is going to be the little abandoned outpost, the abandoned campsite with the wool stairs. I still don't have any plans for UMP's 5th birthday yet. The only concrete that's in the game? That's not true. There are 2 types of concrete. There's the regular concrete powder, and there's the concrete block. But yeah, concrete and hardened clay are the 2 different types of colored blocks that would be nice to have stairs and slabs for. That's a lava pit. Whoop. Alright, we're gonna avoid that. BeamNG Drive getting multiplayer support? Alright, so this right here, I don't know how I'll design it, but this is about where the outpost is gonna be, because I really like how this kind of pokes out, and I can see the old chunks over there with all the snow. So I like this area. This is gonna be the main entrance. I don't want to walk too far, so maybe here? Well, if I put, like, crafting there. Alright, Alright, how many logs do I have? I think that's 14. Alright, so now crafting table. So I walk in through the nice front door. Maybe I should put it up here. Maybe I should save that area for storage. Like, if I walk in through the door, do I want to craft instantly? Maybe not. Maybe I will leave it down here. Well, this one will be crafting. I'll have one furnace for now. Next to it, even though this is probably going to move. Alright, so let me put in here. How many do you think we have? There's half of that, there's half of that. 5, or it could be like 4, 8, 12, 16. I'll put in 1, 2 coal. Okay, 16 is in there. I had 20 iron. Woodland Mansion doesn't work with locating structures. Is there a dedicated... No, because they changed it. There used to be, I thought, a locate structure command. Or command specifically for structures, and then it was changed. I can't remember. Alright, I'm thinking... This is kind of circular. We might go for a more circular entrance type. Maybe I'll do like a balcony. Back here. What if I make that like 3? Oh, I might have to lower this. Alright, well, let's get some of this iron because I don't want to use the diamond pickaxe anymore. On Woodland Explorer maps, that's rather odd. Okay, so all of this is going to be dropped down by 1. Question is, what do I surround it with? Oh wait, hold on. There's this image. I have this image in my mind. I think I know what I'm doing. Think is the key word. We'll need glass. I'm pretty sure that none of us here on Stream Chat are interested in the current phase your mom's going through. Where's all the sand? Oh, hello. Can he pathfind me? Okay, no, he cannot pathfind me. Alright, we're gonna drop some torches around here. Oh, there's plenty of sand. Woohoo! evented here for being... for being the most latest access point. Spiders can't climb walls. Spiders can't climb walls yet. Oh, this is great. As much as I like the feature, when I don't want to be attacked by a spider, it's appreciated. Oh wait, y'all are... I know. You have to listen to her. In the car ride home. Is that the current activity? There's a lot of green beans. Woo! With how low of armor I have, I don't think I would have survived that explosion. I got kind of used to them being slow on Android. These beta creepers, they go zoom. Oh, that was the last of my torches. We're gonna need more wood. Alright, hold on. Where are more trees to chop? Because if I'm gonna make 4 stacks... If I'm gonna make 4 stacks of torches, I'm gonna need a lot more wood. Oop. Maybe I should have chopped down some of the poofy trees where I came from. Because I think that is a forest right there. Oh yeah, that is. Some trees in the snow. I just had to hide the HUD. Oh. Did I cook that up correctly? I only counted 11. 11 plus 3 is 15. I didn't put 16 in there? Oh boy. Well, too late now. Unless if I pulled 4 out. Oh boy. Alright, well either way. So I think I know what I want to do. We'll need fences. And I'll need cobblestone. So let me make the front door real fast. It's kind of the important part. Oh, you know what? I'll be smart. I'll cook up some of this bacon. Hiccup. Alright. Oh no, I only have 3. Well, never mind then. Oh wait, how many saplings do I have? I have 13. That's plenty. I can use saplings, right? I can't use saplings as furnace fuel? What is that? A beta 1.5 feature? I feel like it is. Well, that's rather unfortunate. Now let's make a bunch more planks. I don't think that's a bunch, but that's a start. Howdy, Akio, welcome back. The Nether, I thought you were just playing... I guess that's true. Maybe you were not just playing instead of 618, and you were talking about the Polyworld, and you are not currently on the Polyworld. Alright, let's head out. We'll go chop down those trees, because I need more building materials. I want fences. I have this image in my mind. I don't know if it'll look good, but we're gonna try it. We probably are gonna have to wait for 3KO to get to end of, and he's gonna want to make tools for his convenience. Once he makes tools for his convenience of dealing with end of chests, he'll release it to the world, and the rest of us get to celebrate. You say uninitialized one, as in One that doesn't have a tile entity associated. You'd have to scan through the entire block array, find a chest, and see if that chest has a tile entity. No way! I happen to dig right where there is already a little slot. That's nice. Waiting a year for 3KO to get to Indev. Oh boy. The rate he's currently going, it could be closer to 3 years. 3 KO years. But oops. Terrible puns every day. I feel like you'll just have to do a manual search for which chests do not have their entities. Oh, that's right, you're trying to look for the trial chambers. You're looking for any structures with signs. We were talking about that. Apparently I remember the old conversation, but not the new one. That's right, because you said you were going to boot up the game and see if trial chambers had signs. Is every structure saved? No, it wouldn't be, never mind. I was going to say, was every structure saved as a structure? I feel like the complicated ones are not. I think bones, the bone structures that you find in deserts and the nether, I'm pretty sure those are saved as structures. There's a whole list of built-in structures that Minecraft uses to generate that you can just spawn with the structure block. And I can't remember how many are included in that. Ancient cities might have signs. The ancient city has been in the game since 1.19, and I've barely played around with them. What are we at? Less than an hour. If I can at least get an outpost going on here, I'll feel better. But 1.1, I should say beta 1.1. In fact, beta and release 1.1 are both small updates. Beta 1.1 didn't add anything. It was just bug fixes. Beta 1.1 is the better beta 1.0. Except for, you know, this bug upon release. But that's okay, it got fixed. It gets fixed in 1.1_01. Oh, that was my iron axe. Oh well. I guess this is our last tree. Here's a question. Do bastions have signs? I feel like they don't. I don't think piglins know how to write. Release 1.1 technically added the spawn, I almost said spawner eggs. The spawn eggs. But other than that, since that's a creative exclusive feature, unless you're 11W49A, then survival as a whole just has bug fixes. 5, we're at 5. We're at 5 raw bacon, and I need 7. If I could reach 7 raw bacon, then I could put them in the furnace and cook them up. Chirp, chirp. Oh wait, there's a little tree over there. That tree's probably gonna go as well. In fact, I wonder if I'm gonna end up flattening that hill. Maybe not. Maybe I'll use this hill to my advantage, because there's my outpost. My outpost has got to be inside that little hill. This hill, if I can make look nice, then it'll be a good view. This one I'll probably shorten though. I think you could put spawn eggs in spawners and release 1.8. I'm not sure. Maybe it was release 1.9. Somewhere around there. I want to say that was a Bedrock feature first, and it was brought over to Java. There's 6. 7, 8. Don't have the inventory space, but that's okay. This is one of those features where Notch thought an idea worked, but it ended up making the game harder in reality. He had little features like that. At least 1.8, hooray! Another one of those features that made the game harder unnecessarily was walking on crops to trample them. Just casually walking. There's that bacon left behind. It still has the discontinued features community confused. You saying people have tried to figure out what happened to the spawners on my world and no one can figure it out? Well, I don't know what I did either, because anything could have been wrong with any part of getting those spawn eggs into the world. Because we had repeatedly, for several versions, they would reset, and I don't know why. Okay, so it's just still there on the hunting list. Yeah, I keep seeing it because I get pinged every time that the bounty board is re-released. Oh, Pocket and Java get them on the same day. I did not realize that. Maybe I didn't know that it came to Java. I don't know. Maybe I'll remember in the future. Waiting. Pretty sure this will be the last one because I'm not going to have enough time for this one. We're going to try to put it in anyway. Wasn't it a legacy console feature that it would hold on to the progress of cooking? So like if I kept this here and the fire goes out, it still remains partially cooked. Because on Java, it always reset. Maybe it doesn't always. Maybe that was changed later. I don't know. In regards to releasing features on Bedrock before Java, here's a little history check, I guess, that I didn't realize until I was going back looking at Pocket Edition changelogs earlier. Particularly for the 1.19 Village and Pillage update, Bedrock had 2 major releases during 1.19's development cycle. The third Bedrock release with Village and Pillage content was the same day that released Java's Village and Pillage content. So for like 4 months or so, Pocket Edition people had 1.19 features before Java did, as part of the full release, not snapshots. I didn't realize that they were that far ahead back then. Alright, let me just do all this real fast. Point being, with all of this, it comes down to Pocket Edition, at least on the Bedrock side, has quite often had features before Java. Oops, I don't know if that's a full stack or not. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, that is now a stack of sticks. This is my stack of sticks, which means I need this my stack of coal. Okay, this should be exactly 4 stacks of crafting right here. I'm not surprised that Bedrock Edition is just called Minecraft, because they've been pushing that as the definitive version of Minecraft since the name change with the Better Together update. Or here, how about I move this down? This is kind of unorganized, but it also sort of makes sense, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. There we go, that's decent. Oh wait, hold on. I need new pants as well, but let me make this axe first. Do I have enough? Because I have no idea. Hooray! I'm probably gonna swap out the chestplate as well. I don't know if I have enough iron, but we're gonna try it anyway. 1 short. I am 1 iron short. So close. I remember the checklist that was comparing the 2 versions. The only positive they put on there for Java was mod support. Well, I guess I'm still gonna keep. Does this even add any points? Oh, this surprisingly, this added 1 whole armor point. I guess I am gonna keep wearing it. All right, well here, let me grab building materials that I just put away. Did they take down that list? Because I don't remember where it was. I know it was on the website, but I don't remember where on the website. That bothers me. Alright, cool. So I'm thinking I didn't do what I was supposed to, and I was supposed to get glass. But before that happens, stay back, spider. They probably took it down from community disapproval. Gonna move that over. I can't blame the Enderman for the shape of the world on here. Enderman didn't exist yet. Remember when features were added with very little foreplanning? And now they specifically stated this year. I heard it before from a dev, but now Mojang has officially acknowledged to the public that they have years of plans going on. Is that another lava pit over there? I see that light and I know it's not from me. There's a water lake. Alright, where of this sand should I start digging first? This goes to what I was saying recently. I don't know where. I said it somewhere in relation to a recent tweet from the official Minecraft account that was a showcase of the Sulfur Cube flying machine. using the spears and using the spears and the boats. And the question was, do we know how old their PR department is on average? Like, how old are the people who's running their social media accounts? Technically, Java doesn't have achievements anymore. It has advancements. I think there's a reason why they still call it achievements on Bedrock. Hello. They are trophies on PlayStation. PlayStation calls them trophies. I want to say Microsoft uses achievements for their gamer score. Don't quote me on that for sure. I don't know how I just broke that sand so fast. There's a way to do it, and I can never... Sometimes I get lucky in getting it timed correctly. Seeing as achievements were replaced with advancements in 2017, I'm sure it was their idea. Oh, is this clay? I should pick that up. I think clay is hard to find these days. How's that? It just 2 blocks? That makes clay very hard to find these days. Well, how'd that happen? Of course, I'd say the marketplace is a good thing. Why else do you think they advertise it so much? This year's, I can't even say this year's because it's not yearly anymore. The most recent Minecraft Live from May had 2 ads for the marketplace and 2 ads for other products. That is moderate. I guess that's more on the upper end when you compare how short the Minecraft Live itself was. At 29 minutes, I think. March was even shorter. The March Minecraft Live was only 22 minutes. I'm pretty sure that was the shortest Minecraft Live of all time. Let's see how short it is when September or October roll around and the next Minecraft Live happens. Let's see if it's even shorter than the 22-minute record. See no signs of intelligent life forms. That was the Buzz Lightyear meme, right? One of them. And all this water is kind of ruining the look of this place, but I don't think that's gonna get fixed unless I fill in the cave here. So I guess I'll just leave this. But I want to get rid of this big old peninsula because I don't really need it here. And I need a place for sand. A place to gather sand. Alright, are we all good? Oh, I got plenty of sand, woohoo. I really didn't need too much, just enough to set up the front door and stuff. I still don't know what Realms Plus is. I don't remember. Because I know Realms was the regular service. Oopsies. Realms was the regular, the official way for hosting servers and whatnot. But I don't remember what Realms Plus is. I know it's a Bedrock exclusive, but I don't know what the changes were supposed to be. It's probably stuff that I'd probably go, why isn't this officially provided in regular realms? You've got Microsoft money. Why can't you provide this to all realms people who not only had to buy the game, had to also pay for realms to begin with? I remember when they announced it. I don't remember when, but I remember that they did. It's probably proper wording. Alright, I think we're good. There's more clay over there. I'll probably pick that up later. We got about 45 minutes of it today. Alright, let's see if I can do what I need to do. Well, let's get some glass first. Realms Plus adds marketplace content. So they're still trying to get more people on the marketplace. That means they're trying to get even more money since barely anything worth using on the marketplace is free. Alright, let's put these stacks away and hope that none of them fill up entirely. I thought I heard something to my right. I don't know what I heard though. I think that's a cow. Alright, so we have that cooking. I need fences. How are we doing on wood? This is all the wood I have on me. I don't know how many sticks I have. Okay, so that's like, I don't have that many sticks. Okay. Yeah, I only had 8. This makes 2, right? Hold on. Yeah, okay. I'm figuring this out. It's just a little slow. So now I've passed a stack of planks. That's good. Which means I can turn this, all that into sticks, no problem. I don't know how many I have. Wait. I have 12 sticks left. That should be good. I don't need too many fences. Okay, I have plenty. Koski, who drops in sometimes, I'm pretty sure he likes playing Bedrock. The primary reason to play with others, but also for controller support. Java Edition still does not have official controller support, right? Which I think is weird because they added the whole keyboard-only accessibility feature for Java to navigate the menus and stuff, but we don't have official controller support. They already have the backend work for it. I know you could just get a Fabric mod, and that'll add controller support no problem, but that's not official. And so I'm thinking we'll start here. I don't know what I'll do for the inside ceiling yet, or the walls, but we gotta start somewhere. It'll drive people away from Bedrock. Well, too bad they're gonna drive people away. They already drive people away from Bedrock enough. We've kind of reached the point where if you're gonna play Bedrock, you would have started already. That won't drive away console players. Whoops. Because I don't think anybody with a PlayStation 5 is going to switch over to a computer just because Java Edition gets controller support. Do I want to get rid of this? This just kind of felt out of place. This little pillar right here. I do kind of like this little lump though, so this can stay. This gives me easier access to this little pond, and I think we're going to open it up some more, because I do like it being here. Uh-oh! Oh no, 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 my torches! I didn't know there's a cave right here. Aw, man. This was... Oh boy. All my poor torches just washed away. Can you say disaster? Howdy, Jonas. Welcome back. Big sigh. Well, at least now I know I have fast access to a cave right there. I like the pond, but I didn't like the pond that much. Well, I guess now I know what's underneath that gravel. That was it, just the one side. Hopefully. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We are going to grab our dirt. Did my mouse die? No, we're good. Okay, we are going to grab our dirt, and we are going to, in fact, hold on, sorry, Torch. We're going to move you over there. So what we're going to do, we're going to fill that in. Then we are going to fill that one and that one. In fact, to make it safer, we'll also do that. I think we're good. Did I say howdy, Jonas? If I didn't, I did now. Okay, hopefully no more surprise caves around here. This cave is alright because I didn't explore yet. Okay, I'll do something. I'll do something with this area probably next year. So we have this all good. So now what I need glass. It looks like I only have one, but I know I don't have one. I have more than that. I'm trying to think how to do this. I had this plan, but thinking about it, maybe it won't look good. What I could do is keep it simple. I still have plans for my fences, but I needed the glass in place first. So there's the front door, minus the actual door itself. I'll need like a patio maybe. There we go. I'll probably put stairs there. But now with this taking space, what I wanted to do next was surround it somewhat. I want to add this cobblestone trim all the way around. Surprise caves and classic is it's definitely far worse than what I just experienced. I will admit to that. Because that's a, oh no, there goes my whole underground. On here I just lost some torches. Probably push that back a little maybe. I don't think I like that one stone block. Did you fill many of your caves with sponges? Because if so, that's a good way to prevent flooding. Water doesn't flow in Classic. Water in Classic takes over the world. That looks alright. Now this is where the fences come in. This is also why I'm gonna keep all this dirt for now. Oh wait. I walked in here ready to say, let's catch some Z's and reset the weather timer, and then I remembered what version I was playing. Well, I guess since it's nighttime, we're gonna light up the area a little more. We're gonna keep the cave unlit because it will be a reminder to go back and explore later. But all this grassy area on top, we're gonna light up. Fun fact, I could just go all the way to the ocean. Oops, probably. It is now possible to fill up everything to the right of here. This feels like a good area to do building. There's not a lot of good spaces to build back in the InDev chunks. And the InDev chunks where Fort 11ox is too far away from any good terrain to access new features. I feel like this might be a good area to stick around to the end of beta. At least through beta 1.7. I'll probably move on in beta 1.8. We're getting new trees in beta 1.2, which means I'll have to travel a little bit, but we should be close. I feel like sponges didn't work properly. They had no incentive to fix it, and they were focused on other features. Sponges were in the game. They were used for redstone updates. You could use sponges as a block update detector for redstone builds, and then that feature got removed. Yeah, otherwise it was added to the creative menu in beta 1.8, but it was just for decoration until release 1.8. I feel like they didn't want to deal with the technical headache of re-implementing it with the new water, and as to make it not just push back entirely water. Because I feel like classic sponges in modern would be too overpowered. Alright, I guess we'll just start here. Can I do that? I cannot. Need solid block. Okay. Maybe I should connect that. Maybe that's why I filled in the extra corners. Boop. Oh wait, but that means... No! Oh no! Okay, hold on. Okay, I think I'll deal with this one later. But let's get this one in first. This is also one of those why not why moments. Why can you not stack fences? Uh-oh. I did the same thing. Still remember you? Did you hop on one of the streams just recently? Or are you talking about, like, from a year and something ago? Because I'll be honest, if you did not pop on one of my least recent Android streams, I'll have to be honest and say no. I was saying recently, when the other guy did come back at least, that as long as you keep showing up and keep saying remember me, then I'll remember you. People have been flooding Classic Worlds for as long as Lava's been in Classic. I'm indeed very much a nerd, I own up to that. Oops, did I not do that right? And I lost track, oh boy. Hooray! Not enough for that. Oh yeah, I'll need to make the door. And I need to do something with light right here. You know what? If I had a piece of glowstone, I wonder if I should go down and gather lava. What do you work? What do I work on? Or do I work in total? This is close enough to being work. I'm not paid for it though. I get paid when my game sells a copy though. For some reason I thought that fence post looked a little stretch. Hello. I'm glad I pillared up. You can't stack fences until beta 1.6, I think, where you could put fences on top of each other. You have to place a fence on a solid block, and a fence does not count as a solid block. The new 0.30 is the version that comes in the vanilla launcher. There's another green bean. I think we're good. They keep popping out of nowhere. Maybe once I get this fence in place, maybe what I'll do is light up more of the area. What I'm also going to do is steal your wool. There we go. Except I kind of forgot that fences don't connect to solid blocks yet, so it's just sort of floating. Yeah. I guess this is one of those oh well moments, but we'll just leave it. I did what I wanted to. I did the image in my mind, but the image in my mind ended up not turning out how I expected it to. That happens. Hello. Goodbye. Ow. And this is why we're lighting up the area. Is this sugarcane that grew inside the grass there? It's called Old Alpha in the launcher because that's just the version label for everything before beta. When the 1.6 launcher was in development and they added version switching, it first only went as far back as beta 1.0. Eventually, they added everything before that, because there's two different settings in the launcher. Enable beta versions and enable alpha versions. That's at least how it used to be. Except alpha included everything before beta. So, that would be the one inf dev and the few classics were all included within alpha as the official label in the launcher. Where'd you find the save mod? Was it not on GitHub? Is the source code not available to fix yourself? Because I feel like that would be a 1 or 2 line change. And boom, no more ramen. Not really. That's unfortunate. Lava was never normally accessible, unless it spawned naturally. Same thing with water. You could not get liquid blocks normally as placeable within Classic. You'd have to use some sort of bug. Or hotbar edit. Can't even say inventory edit, because there was no inventory, it's just the hotbar. Alright, well it's nice having this big old front door here. Let's put an actual door though. If you mean when it was added in, I'm pretty sure, Classic 12A. But that was that. I don't think it was in 11A. It's hard to tell because we don't have the full release of 11A. We only have the dev version for 0.12. 0.0.12A. And I keep walking around without a new chest plate. I need my protection points. It was first accessible without glitches, mods, or cheats when buckets get added in InfDev. You could have it around, naturally generating in the world, but you couldn't manually pick it up and move it until InfDev when buckets get added. You could do the vertical placement bug, but that is considered a glitch. Hey, my glass is done. Speaking of buckets, I picked this one up because I needed... Maybe I didn't need anything. I don't know why I grabbed this bucket. I was gonna move it, and then I ended up not needing to move it. Oops. Sure, I guess we'll keep glass there. Alright, there we go. Oh, wait. Maybe I should just make another chest now. I'm playing the version without text. I'm playing beta 1.2. Wait, hold on. You've been here all day. You weren't here when I first said that this is beta 1.2, or beta 1.1. So I have this in place. I was going to expand that. Because we're going to expand this. Oh, in fact, I kind of like how that naturally goes. There's two versions of beta 1.1. They are technically identical. The only difference is a later compile time. And the reason why is because Notch tried to fix it within 10 minutes. That didn't happen. It ended up taking a full additional release to get the issue mitigated. It was like, I don't know, 40-something minutes later. Anyways, yes. I am playing the first beta 1.1. No reason in particular compared to the other one. I don't know how I feel about this. This pillar, this one doesn't feel right. Beta 1.1 _01 is the version that fixed it. Beta 1.1_02 fixed a different bug. Fixed a different 1 or 2 bugs. I don't remember what though. Do I keep that there? Hold on. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Because I could do something like that. I kind of don't like that though. Oh boy. For as many times as I've renovated caves, I'm not good at it still. It comes down to me squaring things off. Here's what we will do though. We will grab some cobblestone and we will start cooking it up. Okay, I can now confirm that this is absolutely one full stack. And all the coal I have is in here. Hopefully I have a lot. Moo to you too. I definitely heard the cow that time. I'm out of coal. I need to go mining again. Oh, that's right. No wonder why I don't have a new chest plate, because it broke. It broke and I didn't have enough iron to fix it. Everything hinges on I need to go mining again. Alright, well here's what we'll do. We are going to make another pickaxe. Because I know I have enough for that. And we are going to grab... Oops. That is a singular block of plank. That is one single plank there, okay. I think I'll just... Oops. How does that look? I'll keep it there for now. No, I won't. It bothers me. I'll keep it there for now. And we'll just move on. Okay, so... I'm taking all these sticks with me because I don't have enough torches. Oh, wait. Annoying. That's why I had these sticks on me. Those were the sticks I was going to use to make the pickaxe. Oopsies. Alright, let's see how much mining we can do. When you say inventory system in what way? How item movement is handled? Should be mostly the same. That would not require a total rewrite. Entity handling had to be, but items and stacks I don't think were changed. Were there any NBT edits? I don't think so. There weren't even any new blocks or items implemented. Is there something you're looking for? Because if you're looking for data value changes, that would be non-existent. The block ID for fire doesn't change. As long as you continue to have that fire ID within your head slot, it'll continue to be there. Yawn. That I don't think you heard. Spider, which you probably did hear. Alright, well this cave ended up being a dud, but that's okay because the other cave I was in is good. So we'll head back in there. Good timing too as the sun goes down. Oh, that's right, I can't block. This is not beta 1.8. You could use a sword to block fall damage in beta 1.8. That got fixed in 1.9 pre-1. Maybe pre-release 2. Oh yeah, how much wool do I have? I put all my wool away. I kind of forgot about that. It should render weird whenever items start rendering in the head slot. Because I've put 2D items on my head before on a server that had a plugin where you could do /hat and move any item to your hat slot. That was fun. There was like a moon dimension or something on that server, and so you had to make sure you had glass on your head, or else you would take suffocation damage. Oop, that's the end. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a full stack of torches. And that is not. Man, isn't this place looking so much nicer with all these torches around? Look, bad guy prevention. And I guess that's already bringing me to the last stack of torches. At least I know this one's complete, but it also means that I'm going to need more. There's a collection of green beans over there. What did we call them? I'm pretty sure I came up with a term for what you call a group of creepers, and I can't remember what the term was. We're gonna keep that there. And it's bothersome because I can't remember. I said something, but I also said that chances are I was gonna end up forgetting what I said. It was a term I came up with on one of these streams, and I can't remember what it was. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a full stack. This is an incomplete stack. This one can be turned into torches. You have to have 214 deletes items in the armor slot, or does the slot itself get changed? I have more than 4 stacks of torches. Good job, me. Good job, me. Insert pat on the back here. Insert Obama giving himself an award. Oh, did my mouse die for real this time? There's a false alarm earlier, but it turns out that was a precursor. That's a water bottle. That is still a water bottle. Oop. Alright, well here, let's bring all this together, and we will cook up. I have exactly 8 iron. Yes, I do. Okay, that is 1 coal. Except I have stuff cooking in the furnace. We are not cooking up this iron. Just kidding. I never finished my thought, because I was saying earlier, notch choices made the game harder, which you probably thought was a good idea when implementing it. The reason why I said that is because pigs drop 0 to 2 bacon. Well, like, why 0? Spend all this time and you might get nothing. It was changed in release 1.3 so that they dropped 1 to 2 bacon. Same thing with, I think it's cows dropping 1 to 2 raw beef. And I know chickens always dropped 1 chicken, because that one at least makes sense. Oh, in fact, hold on, we're almost done here. Just want to cook up the iron real quick here. Let's swap that real fast. I don't know how much coal I have. That's okay, I guess. I don't know why Notch decided to only have a small percentage. Well, I would say small, but it feels like a lot. Like a 33% chance to not drop anything from the pig. I don't even know if I will have enough time to go mining. We're going to be done in the cave? One thing's for sure, we're not walking back. What do you have plans for your hat slot in the future? Depends on how badly you want illegal items up there. Because what you could do, you could just hold on to the fire until release 1.4. In release 1.4, you can put anything on your head again. You can put anything in your armor slots by pressing the hotkeys. Howdy Zunaka, welcome back to the last 8 minutes of the day. 8 minutes-ish. There we go, look at that armor protection. I feel so much better now. Alright, hold on. I could just put that stone back into the stone slot if I wanted. The output of the furnace. Alright, well now, I really didn't get far on this outpost, but at least now we have an outpost set up for next year. Alright, let's go back into the caves. This looks like a path I haven't taken yet. Be pinging me. It's probably not important. It can wait 8 minutes. Alright, this just leads into the lava lake there. I really want to set up another portal over here, but the problem is I don't know if I'm too close to the other portals. I would have to do math and probably even calculate in the nether where I have to put it. But this isn't helpful. I can't even save my coordinates for next year. I don't have a way to check where I'm at unless once the stream is over, I use NBT Explorer or something. I think the 111 minutes ago in reference to 11 years. At least I didn't stream for 1 hour, 11 minutes. And I am not streaming for 11 hours. 10 hours last year was not a fun experience, and thankfully I don't have to experience that again for another... Have I been saying 4 years? I've been saying 4 years all stream. The 30th anniversary is in 9 years. And that was my iron pickaxe disappearing from the face of the earth. Well, okay. Let's go make another iron pickaxe then. Ow. Guess we're not going down into the caves. You're right, 20th. 20th is next time. Uh-oh. The 20th anniversary in 2035. There we go. That's the plan. That's what we're working with. Gotta get my words right. There will not be a 24-hour live stream. Partially because YouTube only lets you go up to 12 hours. The 20th anniversary is gonna be 2 10-hour streams. That's the plan. Because it's just gonna be working that way. But you know what that means? If I ever get to 50, the 50th anniversary, I'm gonna have to do 5 10-hour streams. Because it's might be possible to do 3 10-hour streams for the 30th. Like, truth be told, that's gonna be a very tiring. I don't even know if it's gonna be the weekend. Does anyone know what day the 30th and the 31st is not next year, in the 2035? I've moved on from Twitch ever since they limited it to 100 hours of local storage or whatever. I've moved on from that platform. Besides, the platform doesn't like me enough anyway. I think I only have 3 sticks. I tried. I gave streaming on Twitch a chance, and it was never successful. The amount of effort put into streaming on Twitch over YouTube, what ended up not being worth it. I don't have enough iron. I wanted to make 2 pickaxes, but I can't. Alright, well, I guess we're going in preparation with only 1 pickaxe then. I do remember my age in that time. I'm not gonna let my age stop me from streaming for 5 days in a row, 10 hours each day. I don't have any thoughts of the new upcoming fall update. I like the wool stairs. I will admit, I think that's a good implementation. Other than that, I don't have any particular opinions. It won't be deadly. You know, if it does end up being deadly, then I could say that would be what a way to go out. Can you imagine? I'd go down in history for that. Probably not. Probably just the Minecraft history. Can you imagine me ending up in an updated version of the World of Minecraft book? The one they released, was that the 15-year anniversary? It was 2024, right? That they released this big ol' book. This big green book that was like the history of Minecraft. It was called The World of Minecraft, I think. And it talked a lot of the community points and whatnot in there. Omni Archive had a whole section, and in that screenshot, the group screenshot, I was in there, and that was kind of fun seeing me. UMP is returning eventually. I don't know when, because I haven't planned that far ahead. I'm doing Through the Android now. That's my current series. Flipping the Switch is gonna be next. That's gonna be right after episode 80. That's gonna go on for like 20 episodes because there aren't that many Switch updates. And then I haven't decided after that, but that might be when. No, probably not. I don't think UMP will return after that. I'll probably have another series and then do UMP. And I'm totally lost with the cave I was supposed to go in. Where did I find those caves previously? I don't know. By the way, I guess we're nearing the end of the day anyways. We'll have to go caving next time. At least I'm all prepared, mostly. Let me just stock up on food real fast. But yeah, it feels like I didn't get much done this year, but at the same time, I don't get much done every year. Or that is only the regular 2 hours. I'm happy with how this turned out. Look, the front of my home, I've told that down. The front of my home looks decent. And then you walk inside and it's like, oh, just a cave. But it's okay, because this is my cave. Yeah, if you have any final thoughts, start saying them now. We'll be back again with regular streams on Tuesday. Oh, I can cook all this up. I'll cook this up on my own time. I won't delay the end. Yeah, if you have final thoughts, then start saying them now. And that's all it for this time. Thank you all for watching. Bye.